All right, what's good? What's good? Welcome back to the Elevated Chat Room. It's your host, Lonzo Jones. My guy, Dwayne, he behind the scenes on this episode. He'll be back soon. You're going to hear his voice, though, from time to time. Now, we got a special guest with us tonight, Mr. Corey Buns. He is a realtor, and he's also a barber. Now, the topic of the show for tonight is called Haircuts and Houses. Haircuts and houses, because this is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
A story of perseverance. Hey, Mr. Corey Bonds, man, tell them a little bit about yourself.
See, that sounds good. I love that introduction right there. But about myself, I am from Tuscany, Alabama. Graduated from Dutchler High School in 2015.
You're a young boy.
Yes, I'm very, very young. Coming up close to 30, though. I'm a little scared about that. But
2015, you say you graduated in 2015. I'm like, bro, I graduated in 03. So, yeah, you young buck. Go ahead and tell us more about yourself, though.
But, so I am a barber and a realtor. Before anything, also, I am a father to a 5-year-old little boy that I love to death.
Okay. So you're a father
Mm-hmm.
of one boy.
One boy.
5 years old.
5 years old.
Is he all boy?
All boy. Yeah, he rough.
Yeah, well, that's what you want now.
Yeah, I want him. He needs to slow it down sometime, but
That's what they do, man. Trust me, I got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and it don't stop.
Yeah,
it does not stop. So they'll get a little bit more independent as they go, but they still gonna do wild stuff. They still gonna. Have you got to the phase where he asks you a lot of questions?
Oh yeah, all the time.
See that right there, what kind of burns me up on the inside. I'm like, okay, that's enough. I gotta put him on questions restrictions.
Yeah, I feel you. I be ready to ask my son. I'd be happy that he asks me a lot of questions sometimes because I'm like, man, I wish I had somebody to give me some answers when I was younger. Then on top of that, he like everything that I do. He like, Daddy, I want to do the camera. I want to take a picture, or I want to cut hair when I get old, and that just makes me want to go even harder.
Yeah, that's what's up. So that reminds me, like when people ask me about why my kids like to play sports, it was like, did you force it on? I was like, no, I never forced it on. They like when they was young, I literally would just pick up a ball, go outside, and within 2 to 3 minutes, the door's opening and little footsteps just following behind. Never asked them. I never said, hey, when we first started, hey, let's go outside and shoot ball. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Whatever they see their father doing, they're gonna naturally have an instinct to want to try it.
Yeah.
So whatever you want your kid to do, you need to birth it in him now by just showing him.
Yeah.
So whatever. So that's good. So go ahead.
But yeah, that's why I try to do like with him. When he graduated, going into kindergarten, he went on top of the stage and he gave a little shout out. He talked. He wasn't nervous, and I'm like, man, I'm so proud of you. Because at that age, I'd be scared.
Oh yeah, I get that.
So,
all right. So let me ask you this then: what inspired you just to become a barber, both a barber and a real estate agent? What inspired you?
So just growing up, I'd never seen a lot of people do anything positive, or like I had a few cousins that cut hair, and when they cut hair, I was like, man, I know I can do it. If we got the same blood, I can do it. But when I was 13, I just wasn't ready. Okay. Because some of the haircuts I did, I should have never did. And I'm surprised they let me cut their hair now.
Was it free when you did it at 13?
Yes, it was free. Yeah. Some of the haircuts I had to pay for.
You butchered them bad.
Yeah, they were bad. Ooh.
Hey, let me tell you something before you go on. Look, man, one of these jokes my homeboy told me one time in college. He was like, man, he said the guy sat down in the chair to get his haircut. He's like, man, I want you to take my edge way back like this. I want you to gash it right here. I want you to skin it on this side, and I just want you to just do whatever in the back. And the barber, he said, why you want your haircut like that? He was like, well, crap, that's how you cut it last time.
I would have been confused right there. I was like, hold up now, you gotta show me a picture.
So
wait a minute.
So that's my joke, my story when somebody say they got a messed up haircut. So but go ahead.
I done gave out a few of them. but you live and you learn and just keep, you can't give up.
Yeah. But so you saw your cousins doing it.
Yes.
And you was like, well, I think I can do it too. If you saw your cousins doing it, then those cousins had to have some type of influence in your life. It just wasn't no regular everyday cousin. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like for me, now growing up with a father figure, I always tried to reach out. Like I always try to find a father figure in everything. So if my cousin was doing something, if my uncle was doing something, I want to learn how to do that. Like cut grass, do whatever. But what I started liking, but really falling in love with barbering, just after the haircut. just how they look in the mirror and be like, "Oh man, I look good."
Yeah, it do.
It make you feel good as a barber. Like, I'm glad I'm giving somebody that confidence.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's why I love what I do.
So you saw somebody doing it that
Mhm.
you admired,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Bro, I can do that too. I want to get it a try." Now, most barbers that I know can draw.
Mhm.
Can you draw?
No, I can't. I can't draw a stick figure.
Hold up. So, hold up. You cutting people hair? You can't draw?
I can't draw at all. But I be trying to draw in the hair though. when you do the fade, you bald it out. After you bald it out, I try to do a little something.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're the first barber that I ever met that can't draw.
Yeah, I can't. And all my cousins can.
See,
And
they
they
ain't
can-
tripping then.
And they can draw like in depth with stuff. And me, like I used to try to draw the little car. Like, but it's a box.
Yeah.
Like
Box
a little
Chevy.
box Chevy, yeah. With 28s on it.
I can't believe you can't draw.
I can't.
Wow.
Ain't even gonna try. I ain't gonna lie. I know how to color real good.
Yeah.
But it's drawing now.
So how did you learn how to
To
Yeah.
cut really just watching YouTube video. And then I used to go to different barber shops and just sit in and just watch. And that's why, like, when people ask me, like, what can I do to become a barber? I'm like, you gotta put in some work.
Mm.
And then you gotta mess up a few people. And you gotta invest in yourself.
Okay.
And I just did not like the 9 to 5, like because I used to work 72 hours a week. And I felt like I was never going nowhere in life.
Mm. 72 hours a week?
72 hours a week
What was you working?
in AL.
Oh, I heard about NAA. I heard it's a beast.
It's rough.
I heard it's a beast. I said, one of these guys that was in this group with me, he said he was working at NAL. He said that is where dreams go to die.
Yes.
I was like, wow.
And every time you tell somebody your dream, they're gonna tell you can't do it.
Wow.
Because I remember I got a car, I couldn't wait to show my car to work. I couldn't wait. Drop the top, listen to some old school music. Think I was listening to Diana Ross. You couldn't tell me I was clean. They were like, he gonna get that repoed. I said, oh my goodness.
So I almost spit that water out.
He said it's gonna be there for 2 more months.
What kind of car was it?
It's my Camaro.
Camaro. Also, he still got it. How long ago that was?
That was 7 years ago, 7, 8.
So you own it now, don't you?
Yeah, I
You
own it,
See,
yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I paid that off 3 years ago.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
Now, what made you become a realtor, man?
For me, just growing up, my mom always felt like she couldn't buy a house,
Mm.
and she just felt like the only thing that she was gonna stay in is an apartment. So like when she made that step and actually made a house and see how much confidence they gave her, and I just remember her coming in and be like, "Here go a new key,"
Mm.
and I was like, "Key to what?" And it was a key to the house, and I was like, "What?" And we cried together, and you know, after I moved out of that environment, everything changed. Like how I interacted with people, my goals became bigger
Yeah.
because my environment,
Sweet.
it was never, oh, you this as far as you're gonna get here. So once we made that move, I changed. So that's why I get into barbering, just not barbering, but realtor, just to show people they can do something and have a familiar face that they know that this person is gonna care for me, and you ain't gotta worry about this person just using me for my money.
Yeah.
Because some realtors get a bad rep because they in it for the money, but like me, I do so much. It's not about the money. It's
Yeah.
just really about getting somebody to a goal that they thought was impossible.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So you helping somebody basically accomplish one of their lifelong dreams,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or one of their dreams, whether it's a first time home buyer or somebody that's looking to buy their forever home.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mindset behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that's good because when you've been a barber, it's like, well, I can take my barbering money. That can be what I live on. So anything else that I do, you know what I'm saying, just icing on the cake. So I ain't out here like, you know what I'm saying, stressing people out, worrying people, badgering them. It was like, nah, like I can literally just let this flow the way it's supposed to flow. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I would rather have a realtor that is not. I want you a realtor that wants to be a go getter,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want you calling me, badgering me, and pushing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, bro, like I'll let you know when I'm ready. You know, stuff like that. So that's what's up.
And I get that, like, because it took me a long time to understand. Because my boss used to tell me all the time, man, you got to stop being so laid back and go for the kill. Because sometimes if you wait on somebody, oh, I'll let you know. Shoot, you'll look up, they taking a picture with somebody else.
I get that.
And you be like, hey, what happened? I thought you were gonna let me know. Oh yeah, man, they came with a deal. It ain't no deal.
So basically, it's like you have to drizzle on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I bought a house, an investment property that I bought. I think it was 2 years ago, but I literally contacted this lady for over a year before she said yes. It was a vacant home, and she was living in the DC, Virginia area. And I would probably, when I first started, I was probably hitting up like twice, 2 or 3 times a month. And then as time went by, you know, I would just build a relationship with her, just talking, chit chatting, and I would call her, check in like monthly. And then one day I called, and she was like, "Yeah, I think I'm ready."
Wow.
And I was like, "For real?" You know what I'm saying? Like that. And it was a house on the west side of Florence, and it was an amazing deal. Got the house for $35,000. Put like 40 in it. Turned around and sold it for like 105. So that check was nice. But like you said, you gotta continue to be consistent. And like I just kept drizzling on her. Like I'm gonna contact you, you know, until you tell me either no, like a definite no, or until you be like, yeah. And when she said hit me with that, yeah, I was like, I already knew it was a deal. She wanted to get rid of like 50. I was like, man, I gotta put at least, you know, $40,000 into the property, 30, minimum 30, because I had to put a new roof on it. And she was like, well, write it up and send it over to me, and I'll see what it looks like. Her and her husband talking about. She's like, yeah, we'll get rid of it for $35,000. That was never my God. Never her having a heart because I had built a relationship with her. But yeah, so I get it, man. So with you being a realtor, is there like, let's go this route. How do you get clients? Like,
yeah, and it's really just as just talking to the people that you know, trying to get in touch with them, then just contacting, just staying like with me, just social media. And people know, hey, I do real estate. I did slow down on my videos because you want to make sure that you're putting out the right content, but you don't want to get somebody to that point and then they use somebody else and your content gave them that.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to one, figure out how to get my content where people will want to reach out and ask more questions, and then allow me to help them network.
Okay. So does the company you work for, do they send business your way, or you have to get pretty much everything yourself?
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it just depends. But you just got to get it yourself.
See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't live off commission.
Yeah, it'd be rough. So that's why I like, you know, when people ask me like, hey man, how can I get into real estate? How can I get into real estate? I tell them, I was like, man, I would have never made it in real estate if it weren't for my mama, because my mama, shoot, when I got fired in the ass, she stepped in. She was like, hey, if you really want to do this, you pass the test, you good. I help you. And when I got my first check in real estate, I gave her that whole check.
Wow.
That's
what's up. And see, and that's another thing, man. We could talk a whole lot about everything that's even not on this, you know what I'm saying, the agenda for the night. But when you have somebody, man, that's in your corner, because I tell anybody, there's no love like a parent love to a child. You see what I'm saying? Like we will do pretty much anything and everything for our kids, whether they grown or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it may shift. The way I'm there to show up for you, because when you're raising boys, you still gotta skate that thin line because you don't want them to be entitled, like we talked about yesterday after we left the detention center. I don't know where I was going with that, but something just hit me and I was like, just got to rambling about it. But anyway,
it's saying it's amazing to have the right people in your.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. So your mama, like, she's your backbone, man.
Yeah, and she was like, that's why I tried to do so much. Like, even like when I get my first check, I want you to see it. I want you to get it.
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't have made it without you.
Yeah. That's what's up. So mom's had your back. Ain't nothing like that, man. I'm telling you.
Nothing like it.
Now, let me ask you this. If you wasn't doing anything or trying to change your life, you think your mom would have still gave you that same help? Or it would have looked a little different?
Yeah, it probably would have looked a little different because it's been a couple times. Shoot, it was rough. Because I remember the first time I went to jail, she smacked me in front of the jail. The police said, hey, you can't do that here. But after that, like, I just seen how her face was, and I said, nah, like, what I'm trying to do to help my mom is really hurting my mom. So I have to try to figure out something different.
Gotcha. All right, so speaking of your mother, how did you overcome obstacles growing up in a single family home with just you and your mom?
you know, I still kind of deal with some of that trauma, you know, because like what I try to tell fathers, like, because some of my homeboys, they fathers.
Okay.
Remember to tell your kids that you love them, because and tell them they're beautiful.
Okay.
Because my sister, when my dad passed 2 months ago, like he never told her she was beautiful until the month before he passed, and she never felt like nobody could love her.
Yeah.
Or she didn't think she was beautiful because her father didn't tell her.
Yeah.
And like I felt like I couldn't love nobody else. Somebody couldn't love me because my father didn't love me.
Yeah.
So like just having my mom, like just in my life, she had to work so much. You know, we couldn't spend time together, but she every time, like, she there.
Yeah.
Every game she there.
Gotcha.
Even if I'm on the bench, she there.
That's what parents do.
Yeah. She got a sign. I'm just giving water to everybody.
That's what parents do, man. That's powerful. And I don't think sometimes fathers really understand the role and the power and the influence that they really have over the kid's life. You know, I used to record us live shooting basketball in the backyard playing around the world. You know what I'm saying? And one of my homeboys that went to college with me, he sent me a message. And I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I know me. I'm just telling the story.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, he was like, what are you doing with your kids? He was like, I just seen them on the video and they got so much confidence. And he said, that comes from you.
Yes,
You can
sir.
just tell your presence in their life
Yes, sir.
have their confidence through the roof. I never even paid attention to it. And then I was talking to my wife about it. She was like, yeah, that's true. She was like, not just because you train and help them with the sports, but just because you're very present as you ain't even gotta be, you know what I'm saying, what they would call like an over the top father. You could just be a father that is basic, that's just there, provide and give them a little bit of other things they need, and they are 10 times better.
Yep.
Better off than any kid that doesn't have a father. So yeah, keep challenging your homeboys.
Yeah, because like I tell them, like, man, I can't be around you ain't there, because like you seen what that put me through, like how I reacted. Like it was sometimes hard for me to have friendships because I can't get close to people because I feel like, man, I don't like people coming in and out of my life, and I'm not that type of friend that, you know, if you need me, I'm there.
Yeah.
And I rarely ask people for stuff because sometimes, man, it hurt when you know people ain't there for you like you there for them.
True.
So
True. My wife says all the time, you be expecting you from them, but they ain't you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it does hurt. So that's why you have to get to a point where it's like, man, we got to live without expectations from people. Because as long as we're expecting something in return, sooner or later we're gonna get our feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to do that in most relationships. You know, just so I ain't let down, because we still human.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a track record where you have shown me that you're gonna be there, and that trust is being built to where, oh yeah, I know Wayne. He if I need somebody, he there, because it's been built. But if you're trying to build something and it ain't there yet, like, bro, don't put yourself out there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know more. I said, forget that.
So what does your mom do for a living?
My mom, she works at Jack's.
Jack's. What does she do at Jack's?
She just cook manager there, and she been there about 25 years.
I probably know your mom. What Jack's she at?
Sheffield.
I probably done seen your mom. We go to Jack's weekly.
Yeah.
Hit them all up.
And she been there for a while.
So your mom was holding it down. She done bought a house working at Jack's.
Yep.
So speak on that. Like, cause I know if you like on the outside looking in, it's like, ain't nowhere anywhere somebody bought a house, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's why like her work at, like, when people ask me, man, why you work so hard, why you do this stuff, like, because of her. Like, man, my mom go in and work at 4 o'clock in the morning, don't get home to 2, and still try to have a conversation with me. Yeah. And I'm just surprised she ain't sleep.
Yeah. So,
and I seen that my whole life, and it's just like, man, I gotta work.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, especially as a man, you know, we have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I wasn't working, I wouldn't feel like, I know our value ain't tied to us working, but still, like, I wouldn't feel like I'm really that guy. I'm really, you know what I'm saying, who I say I am. Now, don't get me wrong. My wife started making, you know, $250,000. She talking about, yeah, you can come off your job and stay at home. I may consider it. You know what I'm saying? But I still wouldn't. But I would consider it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. But I'm gonna be at home doing it.
Get me an online job or something. Work from home part time. I go speaking around the country then. Shoot.
Mhm.
Now let me ask you this: how do you balance between barbering and real estate, bro, and everything else you do?
Yeah, just trying to get on the schedule and try to get my clients. With barbering though, like people just you can try to get them on the booking out. But a lot of people just, oh, Corey, I just want to walk in and get a haircut. Well, you can't just do that with me. Like if you want me to give you a haircut, you feel like confident about it and all that, your blend is right. You got to make an appointment just so I know, like, I'm not rushed for time.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And like with real estate, like I make sure that whatever my clients understand. Hey, if we got to show a house, like, hey, I can't be here at 7:30, but I can get my assistant to show you, and I can get somebody over there to show them.
So you got an assistant?
Yeah, we all got, like, my company, we got assistant.
Okay, so that does make it a little bit easier then. Okay. Got an assistant. The man over here cutting hair. He get a phone call from a client saying, hey, I need to see a house. He like, well, I'm cutting hair right now. I'm blending him up and fading him up real fine. So I'm gonna have to get my assistant. You got an assistant.
And still mentor a kid.
Yeah.
And you're a photographer.
Yes.
Bro, come on.
And I cook too.
So you said you had a restaurant at one point.
Yeah, I did.
You was frying them wings up.
Frying them wings up. Them lemon pepper mild. People still call me about that.
What was you cooking them at?
At the crib. Now burn the house down.
My man is a hustler.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
My man is an entrepreneur.
I had cars lined up from one side of the road to the other side of the road.
Man.
How long ago was this?
This was about 2 years ago.
So this recently. So you was cooking the wings up. What was the name of your business?
It was a Trendsetters Restaurant.
Trendsetters Restaurant.
And I had a sauce and everything. Lemon pepper mild sauce. I had a garlic parmesan sauce. And it was in Food Land for a little bit. Yeah. And I actually designed my label myself.
Yeah.
And like when I had a friend ask me, like, and they were like, why you put black on it? I was like, because I don't see a lot of black on stuff. And if I want somebody to pick up my bottle, I want somebody to be like, man, somebody that looked like me did this.
Gotcha. And
he beat, because like, man, that's something to be proud about.
Yeah. So you made your sauce from scratch, is what you're saying?
From scratch.
You gonna have to come to the kitchen up there and whip that sauce up. I can cook my own wings. Just give me the sauce.
I got you.
Give me the salt. Yeah, you ever had what's the guy name over in Sheffield? He be smoking them wings.
Yeah, Shaba.
Shaba.
Yeah, I had them before. They're pretty good.
Yeah, he got some good sauce. He be making. I don't know if he make them himself or he buys it, but fine. Raw sauce. Yeah, I get it.
That's a northern side of sauce.
A what?
A northern sauce. It's mostly known in like New York, New Jersey, and stuff like that.
There's another place, Hometown. They have a Tangy Gold. You had that one?
Yeah.
That one fire too. It's like a honey barbecue mixed with something else in it. He'd be busting.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to sample your sauce though.
Yeah, and like that's what my golden wings, I used to have like little golden wings. Them things used to be fire. I used to smoke them for about an hour and then fry them.
You ever thought about getting a food truck?
Thought about it, but when I looked up them prices, I said, yeah. Gotta find something new.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
So you got barbering, you got real estate, photography, and cooking. Which one's your favorite? Not. Don't tell me which one can make the most money. Which one's your favorite?
Well, probably be I ain't gonna lie, real estate, and it's just because, man, like some of the time, like as many houses that you show one person, and you have sometimes where some pop up, and then they be like, man, forget it, I can't do it. Like just even helping my son's mom get a house, like like man, that made me want to cry. Yeah, because there's been plenty of times she felt like she could never buy a house because her folks never own a house. So like when she bought hers. Now my son, he gonna repeat the same step.
Yeah. So you help somebody break a cycle and start a new cycle.
Yes.
Bro, you see how powerful that is? Like, and homeowner is bigger than what a lot of people think. Yeah. Because of the equity and the wealth that you can generate. Yeah. You know, on property.
And then but sometimes people don't understand that. And then people be like, oh, my uncle said this happened, so I can't do it. Like And that's why I try to tell people, like, stop going to family and getting advice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be in the same situation.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to do better, you have to do things that's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah. See, you got me thinking, got my wheels turning over here, because me and Dwayne, we talk credit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I'm dealing with some tenants or people that want to do a seller finance with me and they don't have the credit, you know, and sometimes I'm sitting there trying to teach them the game, but some people just don't want to understand the game. They don't want to get better. But if you ever come across people that need some help, I'm thinking about, Dwayne, we need to look into that, because and we can do it through RMP. I mean, we can figure out a way, because when I tell you, like, I've been studying the credit game for years, bro. You know, and if I can't get it, if it's something that I gotta get off your credit, I got a guy that will get it off your credit legally and get it off, wiped off, clean, whatever's negative on there. Got a guy. So if you ever come across people, hey, just, I don't know if you got somebody on your team like that already.
Yeah, we do. Like some lenders, they offer that.
Okay.
And like some people, man, you would be surprised. I get people 520 credit scores getting a house.
Getting a house.
How? And it's just about every situation is different.
Program.
Yeah, different programs. Like, people don't understand. Section 8 got programs. They want you to buy a house.
What?
Yeah. They want to get you in a house.
So ain't no excuse then.
It ain't no excuse, but people just be scared.
Wow. But home ownership is you get to pull up and say, man, this is me. You know what I'm saying? That's good. So you said you had to set schedules.
Yes.
So how busy are you on a week to week basis? What is a day in the life of Corey? What does that look like?
So wake up probably about 7 o'clock, check my phone, make sure I don't got any missed calls, and then I just go to the office, and I usually just call people, look at my schedule, make sure that one, the people that I am calling, I ain't called them like 4 or 5 times in 2-3 days. Another person on my team. So making sure that I'm sending out the right emails, just different stuff like that.
Okay.
And then around lunch, I usually go to the barbershop, just chill, hopefully wait on somebody and go home.
Okay. So when you at the barbershop, you do most of your stuff by appointments. You said that earlier.
Yeah, I try to do most of it on appointment. But people like, they wake up, Corey, you at the shop?
Gotcha.
Type of stuff.
So you open, what days you open the shop?
Mondays through Saturdays.
Monday through Saturdays.
And then Sundays, mostly all appointments.
All appointments. So you could have pretty much every day.
Okay. And if it's the money right, 5:30 in the morning on Sunday.
I know some pastors like to get their haircut before they go up there and minister. Okay.
Just don't sweat too hard. That black line gonna come out.
That spray.
Yeah, that spray. Seems like you're dripping.
Have you ever told somebody, hey, bro, you just need to go ahead and just go bald?
I'd be ready to say that, but I like to, do the little spray and then put like little fake hair on there and everything. I'll be doing the man wigs before long.
Hey, I've seen some fireman wigs, bro.
Yeah.
I already said if I'm not a bald headed looking guy. So whenever it's my time, I'm gonna shave it down. I'm gonna come see you.
Yeah.
You better have it ready.
I got the glue.
I'm gonna be like your boy Jimmy Butler. I'm gonna come in one day with a low cut, and next day I'm gonna have dreads. They go like, that ain't how grow fast.
But a lot of people getting them sold in now.
Right,
anyway.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
I was like, bro, that's in the texture of the hair be so wavy.
Yes.
I'd be like, man, hair wet.
Came from China. Off Temu.
I don't want no hair off Temu.
What to say? Just don't get it wet. It look wet, but don't get it wet.
I saw this little video. And it was this guy doing a Michael Jackson impression. And they was like, this is the Michael Jackson you get when you order from Temu. He was big.
Oh, yeah.
He was pale. His face was like 10 times wider than the rest of his body.
Oh,
and then he couldn't dance on stage. That was like a Temu special. So no, we're going to stay away from Temu.
Yeah, we're going to stay away from that.
When it comes to the hair piece.
Yeah.
All right. So what advice do you have for young people that are facing like similar challenges that you faced growing up?
Just no matter the situation that you can overcome, and no matter what, don't get so caught up in like one failure. Keep trying, because you're gonna have to fall, before you get up.
Okay.
Because I used to love that gospel song. We fall down, but we get up.
Down in McKirkland.
Yeah, I love that. So that's why I try to tell people, man, no matter the situation, you can overcome. If you come from a single parent home, try to find just different stuff and try to find mentors.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a lot of mentors growing up because I had to change who I was. Like I didn't wear a smile all the time and all this stuff. So I wasn't approachable. And once I started smiling and being happy and outgoing, then I started being approachable and people started running up to me.
Yeah.
And then opportunities came.
So what you telling me is that the way you carry yourself means something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I try to tell the youth that, but I don't think they really grasp. Like, I'm like, bro, the first time I meet you, if you know what I'm saying, you got an angry look on your face, you know, your clothes ain't pulled up, your hair ain't combed, you know, your clothes wrinkle, all these different things. Like, we pay attention to as we get older, people that's looking for, you know, young people to reach out to or to bring them into their organization. And you look like that, you're not presentable, you know. And I'm sorry, we're gonna prejudge you. That's just how human nature. It's like, you being presentable was one. Go ahead.
And I actually learned that from church because this one lady, she hurt my feelings one day at church. I came in there with that nappy on purpose. I sponged my hair all morning. I couldn't wait to go to church. And she said, "Your hair look wild and ungodly, son." I wanted to say, well, Jesus' hair was like wool. But I said, I ain't gonna say that.
You would cause some problems.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, especially them elders. They don't play about that.
Yeah. No,
they would have had to tap me on my shoulder. Come on, Miss Bond, you gotta go. Brother Bond, you gotta go.
So she told you your hair was basically jacked up.
Yeah, she told. And I spent time. I thought I had curls.
But see, that's the thing. Like, some generations don't understand or recognize that, hey, that it ain't what I grew up and what I like, but even though it's not what I like, it still actually looks good. It's still neat. You know, it's
neat.
Yeah. Because like I'm not a big fan of the you know, skinning it all around and then having the hair and just go to the barbershop and just get skinned and lined up. And you don't touch that. And you just sponge it. I'm like, I wasn't a big fan of it, but when he actually got up from the chair, I'm like, bro, that don't look too bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like what I like may not be what you like. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to music. You know, just because I don't listen to A, B, and C, that don't mean they're trash. They're trash to me.
Yeah.
You see, that's just my opinion. So they may be great to you, but so I'm not necessarily knocking them. I just don't listen to him. I don't like him.
Yeah.
That's not saying he's not good, because if obviously he's selling, he got a big following, he's doing something. They like something that he's doing. So I think we just kind of got to get to the point where we can, you know, see something that looks different.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what, bro? That ain't how I would rock it. But it looked pretty good on you. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you in the church though, they ain't playing with you.
Yeah, no, they ain't playing. They ain't playing.
What else you got for the young people out there?
Just always chase your goals, never give up.
You just sound like it's just so simple though.
I know. Hey, so why you saying that? I do got a question. So I'm assuming when you started the real estate game, it wasn't easy.
No,
it wasn't easy. So, you know, at what point did you feel like you was starting to get it and becoming successful at doing it?
When just people started reaching out to me, and then when closing started happening, and I just felt like just conversations were getting comfortable. Because like sometimes I used to stutter like Joe. Like like that song. I used to stutter. And I used to be so scared. Just answering the phone and just calling somebody, "Hey, this is Corey." Because I used to be so scared of them hanging up.
Yeah.
But once it started to click, I was ready to call somebody.
Wow.
I would assume that once you got that first check, that first deal went through, that first closing, I know that had to give you a boost of confidence.
Yeah, it gave me a boost of confidence, but it's just, it takes so much time to get one person, and when you get that, it's still like it's just a lot.
What was success like for the first year for you?
Like my first year I did 1.5 mil. Wow. No, 2.5.
So I know y'all gotta pay out. Y'all gotta give brokers fees.
Yeah.
This, that, and that. So what's a solid year as far as bring home pay for a realtor? Like what makes it what number that look like? You throwing out 1.5 mil, 2.5 mil, like what that mean? You brought
35,000.
So hold up now.
Yeah.
They cut y'all. Hold up, bro.
35, and then you probably got less. That's what I'm saying. You pay $1,000 at the first of the year, $2,000 third month in the year,
So how many houses did you sell that year? You did all them numbers.
15.
So hold on. Let's
That's what I'm saying. I was shocked too.
let's do this, man. Hold up. Let's do the math. My man said he did. You brought home.
2.5.
Well, no, we ain't gonna do that.
35,000.
35. And you said how many houses that was?
15.
That's 23. That's $2,300 house. That ain't bad.
No, it ain't bad, but I'm just thinking I'm finna be rich. I'm finna be rich.
So have you not looked at other? I know different companies do their stuff different. Have you looked at other companies? It's all about the same to you.
Yeah, it's all about the same. But like I say, like going to somebody new, I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
I don't know because a lot of people sugarcoat stuff. Oh man, it's good over here.
Yeah.
Then it started to stink. I'm like, that's the state where I was at.
Oh, man, we forgot this bro a comedian.
Oh yeah.
Yes, man.
I was trying to figure out why he got me laughing. got a bigger version of Kevin Hart guy, dog.
and that's why I'm and like people, man, comedy that stuff is hard.
I bet it is.
Yes, you going on stage and telling people you don't know
Yeah.
a joke that you think funny.
Yeah.
It might not be funny to them. It be crickets for real sometimes.
I would assume that's kind of like. So let me ask you this. Hold on, I ain't gonna go that route. Let me ask you this. So, are you more comfortable when you have to get on stage with us sometimes and speak, not doing the Q&A style, not the panel style, like actually grabbing your mic, doing your own thing by yourself, or doing comedy? Which one is easier?
Comedy.
I thought so.
Yeah, I was like comedy. Like I could be myself and be relaxed. Like with that, I'd be like, I might stutter for these kids. These kids be like, he's crazy.
Hey, that public speaking ain't no joke, though, man.
Like you read like a fourth grade up here. It's supposed to teach me something.
Dwayne actually is like, hey, bro, we got a assembly at this school, high school, doing blah 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 blah. First thing I asked, I said, who going with us? And he'll be like, okay, well, Corey going and so and so going. I said, well, if Corey going, I don't want him to have to be up there by himself holding the mic. He's not ready for that. I was like, let's do panel so we can make sure he's comfortable. So that way he's a part of it. Because like I said, we've been doing this for like 10 years. So I know, you know what I'm saying? Like when we go, like I can go watch other people speak and I'd be like, bruh, our team would kill this. You know what I'm saying? Like just because of we are literally gifted and anointed to do it. And we're not even out there trying to get paid for it. It's like, no, God, this is a patch. Go ahead.
Nah, don't get me wrong. And sometimes you run into that kid, like the kid you ran into in that facility in Cortland.
Yeah.
All of us were in there.
Yeah.
That situation right there. I know how you think you would have responded to that.
I don't even know how I was responding. I was just like, okay, never mind. He might get fight. I don't know.
It happens, bro.
Yeah.
We had one where we literally had to tell him, like, bro, we here for free. Like, we are here on our own time. We really had to let him know like that. So don't be disrespecting us. You know, I was like, bro, like, no, you know what I'm saying? We care about you. You may have never met me, but I'm here on a mission for you. I'm someone seizing your life, trying to bless your life. And this how you want to act?
It'd be so hard though, like for some kids, because they don't want nobody to get close and then leave.
Yeah.
And then they be like, man, I really like Zoe, man, and they gone.
Yeah.
And that's back to reality.
See, that's how we ended up forming the jump. Because we was literally going to schools, building connections, opening up wounds, and then leaving. And these kids was still hurting. And it was like, well, we can't sit here for 2 or 3 hours after, you know, each event. So Dwayne was like, man, we got to come up with something. When I tell you, this dude right here, the visions that God gave him, bro, he's the first guy that I ever met that is a dreamer and an implementer. Most of the time, you're one or the other. This dude right here called me out the blue. Like, hey, bro, I think about this. But I come in here 2 weeks later, he already got the whole podcast room set up. As a matter of fact, he had the podcast room somewhere else, another room, then had to move everything to this room. I was like, this dude right here, he different. So if you try to be connected to somebody, he the one.
and I ain't gonna lie, like when Dwayne, when I first met him at that haircutting event, he asked me to do it. I'm like, man, I ain't nothing special. Like, ain't no, like I didn't believe in myself, but like him being there and keep on challenging me all the time. Like, hey, get up on the stage, say this, get up. Like, man, I was like, man.
He will.
And it helped me in my real estate.
Oh, yes. See, that's why I don't think people understand. Like, everything that we do can help you in everything else that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So by you learning how to be a better speaker, learning how to talk in front of crowds, bro, it's nothing for you to pick up the phone and be like, hey, this Corey Bonds, blah, 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 blah. It's nothing.
I can't see you. Like,
If you can stand up and talk in front of 200 kids,
mm-hmm.
200 kids when 150 of them ain't paying attention,
Mhm.
and you still got to focus through all that and
Mhm.
still give your, bruh, like, that's why public speaking is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be trained, you can be built up if you just not just like God gifted for it from the jump. But it's tough.
Yeah, and like with me, like even when he told me get on, like I'm looking up speakers, I'm looking up ET,
Yeah.
and I ain't finna be doing all that jumping and stuff like him, man. But I'm trying to figure out like tonality, pause, like
Yeah.
all that stuff.
But then what you'll learn too is that you can look at other people and things like that, but then you figure out there's a uniqueness about you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the good part too when you start tapping into the core of that. And we see you doing that too. Like you killed it yesterday.
Yeah. I told him, I said,
Yeah,
that's
he
the best
told
Corey's
me
ever
as
done.
soon as-
And I ain't trying to be
So-
funny.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I thought about that too, cause like I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking the whole time like I'm gonna get up there and stutter, I'm gonna stutter. But like when I
You was comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tell it.
I was surprised.
But if
He said, I was surprised.
but even if you stutter, that's fine.
Mhm.
That's cool. Like, because the best of the best is gonna stutter. The best of the best is gonna hit you with some ums and all that kind of stuff. Because we're not reading from a straight up speech that we done written down word for word. We're not doing that. We may have points, stories, stuff on here to remind us what to talk about. But other than that, we come in like from here.
Yeah.
It's in us. You know what I'm saying? What we
like-
giving.
Cause like I even try like sometimes like I know some people be thinking I'm crazy because I be talking in the car like just practicing.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes,
People do it in the
yes.
mirror too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. Just to look at how,
Yeah.
like when y'all say you just say it with no passion.
Yeah.
But that's my job as the team member is to like let you know, like, hey, bro, if you say this a different way, it's gonna be more impactful.
Mhm.
If you come off like you're not already like scripted in your head, it's gonna be more impactful.
Yeah.
That's my job. He used to drag his feet when he used to speak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, bro, you drag your feet back and forth on the stage, it's a distraction.
Mhm.
And he stopped doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and so somebody sees something I'm doing, like, let me know because
Yeah.
I'm really trying to perfect my craft.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but you said something earlier when Dwayne was like, we gonna start speaking. I wasn't speaking. We was just doing a YouTube show together. And I was a Sunday school teacher. And he said, like, nah, bro, we finna go speak. You gonna be one of my keynote speakers.
That's awesome.
I was like, bro, what? So I did just what you said. I went home, I looked up E.T.,
Mhm.
Les Brown, Jim Rome, and Tony Robbins.
Mhm.
I started watching all of them. And I would memorize their speeches.
Mhm.
And then I started listening to when they would pause, keywords he would say when he's trying to make a major point.
Mhm.
I would listen to, like you said, the tone.
Mhm.
I would pay attention to everything. Why did he say it when he said it? How do they come on stage? Like the energy, the vibe. And I had to pick like, okay, what is my style in between that?
Mhm.
So I can go from a ET to a Les Brown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a ET, he'll go hard. He'll challenge you as a man. That's more so like just who I am and my personality. Like I want to challenge you
Yeah.
to be the best you.
Mm.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but then I can dial it back down if I'm telling a more intimate personal story.
Yeah.
And I change my tone. So now you gotta draw in.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
I know.
But yeah, man. So like I said, the man, a comedian too.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, man, you're gifted, dude.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
So the question is just like, how are you gonna have time to really, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why like I just hope I get to a point where I make it, then I can go into the comedian. Cause like
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, you said which one that I care about the most is being a comic.
Okay.
And the reason why is just because, man, like making people smile, making people forget about all the pain that they're dealing with. Like that's a good feeling. Like knowing that you making somebody forget they got daddy problems. They got,
Yeah.
So how do you come up with your message?
life story.
Life story. Oh, so that's easy then. Well, it's
Yeah.
easier. I'm not gonna say it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling jokes about yourself and your family.
Telling jokes about myself.
So are you doing shows?
Like I go to Huntsville, like, and I just go to like open mics.
Open mic. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember when I first tried it, I tried stand up live.
Oh,
My first one.
what?
Woo, got on stage, looked at the crowd. Gotta go. Woo.
No, you didn't even give you.
I ain't say nothing. Matter of fact, I said I said something, but I sound like Twister.
You were nervous when you
I was- I was drop the mic. Like they know what is the clap.
He said he dropped the mic like he killed it or something.
Like nobody said nothing.
So you left him speechless.
Literally.
And I took a picture and put it on Facebook like I did.
Let's go.
My man killing it.
I killed it.
Do you do like so what type of comedian are you? You got different ones, like you got these guys on social media do little skits. You got one that just
No, I don't just get.
what do you do?
I just talk about life story, and I try to have like pauses. I try to draw people in, so like it's just different stuff. Like
Okay, so who's your favorite comedian to listen to?
Mike Epps, Bernie Mac. He's the one. That,
Okay, Brandon Mac.
yeah, and why I wanted to be a comedian because Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, okay.
Because we was on a hotel trip and my mama accidentally bought a movie.
Yeah.
And it was Raw by Chris Rock.
Raw is about
Not
Eddie
Chris-
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. It was by Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And she was mad about that $20. She was mad. but I just remember like that's what I wanted to do, make people laugh.
Gotcha. Now this is the time frame to do it because you got so many outlets, platforms.
Mhm.
You ever watch Wild 'N Out?
Yeah. Wow.
Don't go guys on there be so talented the way they do the impromptu stuff. man.
Mhm.
I would like to have like a Wild 'N Out night
Mm.
where we come up with some of the things that they do and get two teams together, keep it clean,
Yeah.
and just see just battle out some of the stuff they be doing.
Mhm.
Like I think that'd be dope.
Mhm.
Man, what?
That'd be dope.
That'll be a good youth event.
That's definitely outside the box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Put that down. We may have to try to.
Look.
Because improv is harder
Yes,
than
sir.
people think. Like that's why I just rather stand up and just tell.
I'm more of an improv guy. Like if we
Mhm.
just out somewhere and we just acting up, bro. I can go with you.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that clip? Lavelle Crawford and Mr. Brown. What's his name? What's his real name?
His last name, man.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
David Mann.
David Mann. And Lavelle Crawford. They was at some kind of
BET gospel.
man. If y'all ain't seen that clip,
It's,
go watch it.
it's fun.
When I tell you it was improv and they was going back and forth, and I love that. It was like, boom, you hit me one, boom, I'm hitting you back.
But David Mann was hanging in there. Now
He was.
He called himself a comedian,
Yeah,
man.
it was fun. I was like, I watched it today. I was rolling.
Mhm.
I was like, this is good stuff.
And Bruce is another one.
Okay, I like
When you said Lavelle, I was like, oh yeah, Bruce. Like,
okay, I like Lavelle Crawford. I like Earthquake. I like Deion Cole. Deion Cole, like the one he had before this last one, it was classic. He had on that all black outfit, black leather. That one right there had me rolling.
Mhm.
Now, as far as the old school guys, I did used to watch. There was a Chris Rock one that I watched back, and I can't even remember the name of it. But yeah, I'll pretty much watch any comedian. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
I used to like Kevin Hart, but
He got too commercial. I
Man,
feel like.
what?
And it's just not as funny. And then he probably just too rich for us.
Yeah.
Right? Like we
Cause it
can't
ain't-
relate to
It
this
ain't
story.
funny at all.
Yeah, we can't relate to air fry and refrigerator. I can't like just different stuff.
Yeah, 'cause he had one he put out not too long ago, and I watched it. I did not laugh hard not one time. I
Mhm.
knew that I was like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But so comedian,
Mhm.
we forgot to add that to the list.
Yeah.
What's next for you, bro?
Oh, that's it. I don't know. I might find something I want to do, but like I really just want kids to tell like you can do whatever. Like
Yeah.
you can do whatever. Like I had so many people tell me you can't do something. I remember my cousin hurt my feelings one day. He's like, Corey, what's the point of being a jack of all trades when you're a master at night?
Mm.
And I was like, well, I'm better. There's a lot of people that do this for a career, so I'm all right. I'm good.
It's all about your mindset, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the type of work that I put in. Like I stay up hours
Mm.
looking up videos
Yeah.
about
Everything.
everything.
And that's what it takes, man. You got a gift, but you got to take your gift, you got to make it skillful.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So God blesses us with gifts and talents, but now we got to make it a skill.
Mhm.
Because God can bless you with be a musician, you know what I'm saying, or be able to sing. But from day one, you're not where you're going to be if you put the work in when you get to day 365, a year from now, and then another year from now, if you continue to work. You know, that's why it kind of throws me off when I watch NBA
Mhm.
players, when they come back the same player year after year after year. Like you should add something to your game every year. And then if you don't change your game, your body should look different. Okay,
Mhm.
you know what? I think for the past 3 years, I've been working on my shot, my handles, and my back to the basket game. I don't think I got that good. let me lose some weight or let me put on about 10 pounds of muscle.
Mhm.
Like you shouldn't come back the same every year. I think that's what used to bother me with Carmelo Anthony.
Mhm.
Like his body didn't look like no athlete.
Yeah.
And he came back the same year after he just got better just naturally. And I'm not saying he didn't put in no work, but he didn't put in those specific work for like one particular area. Because if he did, like with his size and skill set, he would have been unstoppable.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his career, losing weight, getting better shape. Like Shaq can tell you, he would come into the season 20, 30, 40 pounds overweight. He
Mhm.
probably could have played another 3 years if he would have actually stayed under 300 pounds.
Yeah, and Kobe tried to tell him. But
Exactly.
he didn't want to do that.
Come on.
And people hating on LeBron like he the best.
What?
LeBron the best.
Best right now, yeah.
Best ever.
No. He's not. That's different. That's a different
The stats are
conversation.
there.
You're young.
The stats.
Like, you're young. Stats don't. The stats are. If the stats are there, then he's still not. He's still not. Who got more defensive? Who got a defensive player of the year?
That's awards.
The stats.
But they ain't had no good players for real back then. These kids nowadays, they hooping.
They almost like robots.
Yeah.
Bro, like I
they
said.
was playing against plumbers.
You've been watching too much YouTube,
Nah. I watched the documentary. Dennis Rodman told us.
bro. I'm telling you, there's no way in any situation I'm picking Bron
Okay, we need to do us a sports
over MJ.
episode.
Yeah.
We need to do
and bring your stats with you
Yeah.
and bring your accolades
Mm-hmm.
because you may have some stats, but what are accolades at? Accolades.
He passed Wilt.
And he played longer.
Is that his fault? Because they wanted to
Jordan took 2 years off and still came back and led the league in scoring.
Did they win when he left?
No, they didn't win no championship.
They did.
They didn't win no championship.
Pippen won one.
Pippen ain't won no championship without Jordan. If that's the case, you telling me Pippen got more rings than Jordan. See, this is the problem right here. I cannot have a discussion with him because he don't even know that Pippen don't have more rings than Jordan.
That's what they said on the last dance.
No. So let's stop it here.
That's what they
Because
said
if you
on
don't know
the
that basic, then we can't have a legitimate debate. Anyways, he's a comedian. I told y'all he's funny. Because he's funny right now. Now, let me ask you this question because we got to get off this topic. Because you're going to get us heated up.
Hey, we're going to definitely get us a sports one for real.
Got to.
It's dope.
Have you, let me see here. How have your personal experience influenced your work with your clients? So you as a man, you and your belief system and your morals and values and your work ethic, how does that influence the way you work with your clients?
Well, it helped me out a lot. Because I actually, like, when they ask me questions and I really dive deep, like, people would come in for a haircut and be like, hey, Corey, what about buying a house? And, like, I really go in depth. Man, is that easy? Man, I can do that. And that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, man, you never know unless somebody tell you.
Gotcha. Well, that is true. And I think a lot of people are just kind of afraid.
Yes.
Instead of, because they've heard so much negativity, negative things about it, that they don't ever think, you know what, let me go see what a professional says.
Yeah.
Let me go get on YouTube and be like, how to buy a house if my credit score is this.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Or how to buy a house if I'm only bringing in X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your situation is, go research it.
Yeah.
And then go talk to a professional and then let them tell you instead of someone that's living in an apartment tell you.
Exactly. Watching AGTV.
Now, speaking of them shows, I've been trying to figure out how in the world these people be like a janitor or like, you know what I'm saying, some job that is just very, very average, normal job, you know, a manager at a JCPenney, and then they buying a $450,000 house.
Just different place, like just different locations.
Shh, that's a big time difference.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of information you got concerning the market? Do you know anything that's going on with the market right now? Is it changing? You think it's gonna get better, worse? What's gonna be the difference?
Yeah, like especially markets just depend on your area. And if
Okay.
you think about the shows with Huntsville growing, this area is gonna grow because people be like, "Oh, wait, Huntsville is too expensive. I just drive an hour."
Gotcha.
And so that's gonna make this area come up. That's why they're trying to build so much stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to tell people, buy now. And a lot of people, oh, well, I'm gonna wait because interest rate's supposed to drop. Interest rate gonna be what it's gonna be. And sometimes stuff becomes the same so long it becomes normal.
It does.
So if you waiting for something to drop, it might not.
And see, and that's another thing that they don't understand, that if you buy your house now and the interest rates do drop, you can refinance.
Yeah. And matter of fact, if the interest rates drop, your house is gonna be more.
True.
a lot of times because now the interest rate drop. All people can be like, oh, I can bid more on it.
Yep, you sure can.
Mm-hmm.
You can afford more house.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now, if with the interest rates, what the houses are right now,
Mm-hmm.
and with the prices they're going for,
Mhm.
if my house was brand new like it was when I bought it, I couldn't afford it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my payment will be double. And I'm like, y'all tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Like my house has went up that much in value in 4 years.
Exactly.
I was like, so if you can, buy now
Mm-hmm.
and holler at your boy Corey Bones.
Yeah, exactly. Holla at me.
You can come to his shop.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a haircut. He can mentor you.
Mm-hmm.
He can drop some jokes for you, and then send you out looking fresh. You feel me?
And I actually got a first time home buyers class coming up next Wednesday just to teach people like, hey, you can do it, and we going in depth. With
First time
everything.
home buyer class. Tell them when it is.
It is next week.
No, tell them exactly when it is.
July 15th.
July 15th. What time?
It is from 5 to 7.
Where at?
It is at the Country Club in Tuscaloosa. You can eat for free. We got barbecue, all that.
I ain't even know. I already got a house, but I may want to show up for
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Just
I love
learn. And then on top of that, you can win $500 in closing costs. What?
Y'all better show up. Push that on social media. What can they find you at, Corey Buns?
Corey Bonds at just Corey Bonds.
On what?
on Facebook, or the real Corey B on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, and Corey Bonds on Facebook. All right.
Corey Buns. Y'all heard him. Y'all reach out to this guy, man.
Yeah, we can help you out.
He doing dope things. He can get you in the house.
Mm-hmm.
He can get you a fresh cut.
First cut.
What else you said you was doing? Oh yeah, if you about to have some kind of special event coming up, he can take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go check him out, man. He got a lot of stuff he got going on. He has a heart for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Got a heart for people, man. And he's looking to continue to do big things, give back, and just continue to explore the world because he got a lot he got going on, man. And anything you want to say before we close out?
I'm all right.
Wayne, anything you want to say before we close out? Hey. We thank y'all once again for tuning in to the Elevated Chat Room. The Elevated Chat Room. Elevate your mind.